Here is the question. Skip Bayless, I'll give it to you first. Is this the recipe for success?
Well, obviously, you can't turn the ball over 10 times.
I left that note out.
Thank you.
Thank you for being objective.
But still, to your question, absolutely,
Okay.
this was a beautiful thing to see from Kobe Bryant. And I'm convinced that Byron Scott pulled him aside. I have no inside information on this, but said, hey, you just got to play a little more point guard. It's what LeBron has started to do with the Cavaliers. Run the show, initiate the offense, make everybody on the floor feel like they're actually in the basketball game. We know that Kobe Bryant this year has been the runaway leader in NBA shots attempted, with a season high of 37 attempts in a loss to Phoenix by 6 at home, 112 to 106. In this case, he shot the ball a grand total of 11 times, but as Kerry pointed out, they came right on time when the Lakers basically broke the game open in the third quarter thanks to his 6 straight field goals. In this case, when Kobe Bryant has more assists than shot attempts, that's got to be some kind of record. It's a beautiful thing to watch because the Lakers came very close to having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They almost had 7 players in double figures last night. Wayne Ellington had 9, but 6 players in double figures.
Yes.
It was actually, dare I say, a team. I'm not saying the Lakers are a great team or even a good team, but the Lakers are not a bad basketball team. They should be much better than 5-13. And with this formula, if Kobe can swallow some of his pride and a little bit of his ego and play point, facilitate, initiate, get everybody involved, they're not bad. And they were fun to watch. And again, is Detroit very good? No, they're not very good. But at Detroit, to win by 10, that's a big step in the right direction for Kobe and company.
Skip Bayless, the Los Angeles Lakers are awful.
They're not awful.
They're awful.
They're not awful.
They're not pathetic. They're not
What's
horrid.
the difference between awful and pathetic?
Well, awful means that they're just not good. They're not a good basketball team. Jordan Hill is a reserve. He's starting because they have no choice. Carlos Boozer, listen, I've known Carlos Boozer for years. You know, I love him, but I'm tired of seeing him shoot jump shots.
Okay.
I don't care that he scored the first 3 baskets of the game. I'm tired of seeing
7
him
of 13.
I'm tired of seeing him shoot jump shots. This man is a man in the post. He's a big boy who's incredibly strong. He used to play like that in Cleveland. They got him $69 million from Utah. Got to Chicago under Tom Thibodeau, and he resorted to being a jump shooter, and that is what he is right now, which is a problem. Jeremy Lin is a talent. I know I've been critical of him in the past, but I never said he can't play. The kid can play. He's got promise. He's got an upside. He is no point guard. He has to learn. That's why Kobe has to play the point guard spot. It's by default because you have a point guard in Jeremy Lin who can't play the point. He's a one-on, he can dribble to one-on. That's why his nightmare is your boy in Houston, okay? Because he knows how he plays, loves dribbling with his right hand. Now, he can go to either hand to finish a basket, but in terms of dribbling the basketball, actually having ball handling skills that are required of a point guard, that is not Jeremy Lin's strength. So as a result, Kobe has no choice. Byron Scott probably went to him. I spoke to Byron Scott a couple of weeks ago when I was in L.A. I haven't spoken to him since, so there's nothing that's new over the last few days. But at that time, he said Kobe's going to have to do whatever he needs to do. Kobe is getting himself winded up, you know, because he was rusty and he was out. And then as the season progresses, he'll adapt to doing what needs to be done to win basketball games. And that is what Kobe is doing. But we need
you
to
left out Nick Young, who's not bad.
He's good. Oh, no, he gives them life.
I like
he
Swaggy
gives them
P.
life.
I like Swaggy P. It's just that we have to understand that Kobe Bryant has to do it by default.
Okay.
Okay, but I have a question. You say they're not a bad basketball team. What does that translate to in terms of wins? And is the playoffs obviously a hope?
No.
So no.
Not in the West.
All right.
I mean, the West is the deepest I can ever remember it. Ever.
Okay.
We just, in our previous topic, we just said New Orleans, Sacramento, and Phoenix did not even make the playoffs last year, and they're all better.
All
three
better
are
than
better.
the Lakers.
Kerry, I'll do you a favor. Since you're such a Laker lover,
I know what I mean.
I'll modify my position just a touch.
Okay.
the Lakers are undefeated at 4-0 against the Eastern Conference. I would say to you that if they were in the Eastern Conference,
they'd be
all right,
playoffs.
they'd be a playoff team, probably a top 6 seed. I don't know if they'd probably have a 500 record. When I'm talking about them against the horses within the Western Conference.
Yeah,
and I submit to you that the Los Angeles Lakers, all right, let's take San Antonio, Memphis, Oklahoma City, the Clippers, Houston, Portland, Golden State, Dallas, all of that. Let's take those teams out of the equation. Are they better than Phoenix? No. They're not better than Phoenix, okay? Are they better? Are they possibly better than New Orleans? They shouldn't be. Not with Anthony Davis, Tyreek Evans, and those boys. They shouldn't be better than them. So that's 10 teams right there. Okay. Who else is there? Who else am I missing here? Sacramento. Well, you
mentioned Sacramento.
You want to mention? Listen, DeMarcus Cousins is the best big man in the game right now, and we know that Rudy Gay is reminding everybody that he can ball and he's worthy of that $80 million that he got. Okay, but I don't want to say they're better than the Lakers because Lakers have Kobe, and they're still learning how to win in Sacramento. Okay, so you have at least 10 teams in the Western Conference that are better than the Lakers.
Yeah. I mean, you got Utah,
Probably
Minnesota.
11. Probably 11. Probably 11.
Yeah.
But your point is they're not
but,
as
but
bad.
They're not as bad
as people are trying to make it sound out to be.
They're bad in the West, but you're
that's
right.
the West.
I know.
That's the West.
I agree.
That's
so it's
home.
relative.
If Kobe will play more of this style of basketball, they will knock off some teams. They will play lots of close games. He will keep them in the game playing this way.
This roster is a travesty. And the Lakers organization should be ashamed that this is all they have to win.
I agree with you there.
Jordan Hill,
I agree.
There are parts that could be worked with. Nick Young, the Jordan Hills of the world. These are guys that can play and can contribute on a squad. They should not be penciled in as starters, even though Nick Young comes off the bench. I mean, come on now. For Jim Buss, let me be nice. Let's move on.
Yeah, that's a whole nother topic
I just can't
for another
believe
day.
it. I can't believe it.
Ruined
I can't
Wednesday
believe it.
talking like
Kobe's
that.
last 2 years. This is what you give him to work with.
Listen.